Hello to all my friends out there. So what I want to make is some cheap meals, really cheap meals. So on this, hot dogs in tortillas, they come out better if you cook your hot dogs. So I have hot dogs in tortillas. So what I'm doing is I bought a lot of really cheap food on the $5 challenges. So now I want to cook up my cheap food that I bought. And so in a way I'm practicing just in case, I should ever really be broke. Then, I have all these ways of existing that are cheap. All these cheap dinners that I can make. Chances are I'm never going to have to, I'm never going to have to eat them. But if I did, if I was better prepared, that would be really good. So the hot dogs wrapped in tortillas just happen to be very yummy. Okay, I just started subscribing to Make It Enough. And what she did is she went and she bought food at the 99-cent store for a week. And tonight she made 99-cent stores grocery challenge. So if you guys want to do her challenge, day 2 creamy tuna pastry. I think I spelled right. Anyway, it looked really good and I have everything in the stockpile. So to go with my hot dogs, I made potato soup. Survival potato soup. This is my mother and grandmother's recipe. So I said, oh good, this will do. I had a couple potatoes, so I just used my beef or my chicken bouillon, and I used my dry onions, and I had a little evaporated milk. I just used whatever I had. And that will taste good with my my hot dogs tortillas. So on the tortillas, if you roll them the seam side down, in theory, they should stay closed. One of mine's not. So, okay, so I have this little thing. I think it's about 2 tablespoons. So I had parsley, and I had dry onion, and I had celery flakes. I got those at Ralph's. So, this is really cheap. And I had like half a can of evaporated milk that I bought for 50 cents because it was a dented can. Boy, the no napkin thing didn't last. Wow, I was in misery. I can't stand that. I can do a lot of cheap things, but this is not one of them. I have a bunch of good soup recipes. I can't find them, but I do have. Well, let's see. This is dangerous. So there is my survival potato soup, and here is my survival 99-cent cheese that I bought that is going to taste good on my survival potato soup. Really good. Today, guess what I couldn't find? You guys better stock up tea while you can find it for 100 bags for $1. They might just have been out, but you never know. I noticed things missing. that were never missing. They had green tea, but they didn't have the black tea. And I like this black tea because I can make 4 cups with 3 bags of tea. And then if I leave it in the refrigerator, yummy, look at this, you guys. And this 99-cent cheese that I bought at Food for Less will melt. So if you can find 99-cent cheese that melts. So I have a page in my notebook that is all, so I just use 1 container of this, and I have 2 large potatoes, and I boiled them down, and I added the spices. I didn't add salt and pepper yet. And then I bought these hot dogs. I bought 2 packages at 99 cents only. And this will do. You know, every night doesn't have to be a 5-course meal. So here are the optional ingredients: salt and pepper, celery, carrots, and parsley. So I had celery flakes and parsley flakes. And then I decided to go with cheese, but I also had sour cream, bacon. I could have made some croutons, and I have corn. So if you think of these toppings, that is really going to add to your options. Okay, I can't taste these are good. You got to try these. I cannot taste one because they are very, very hot. My soup is very, very hot. But I will try to taste it. If I can find my corn soup recipe, I will make, ooh, yummy. I will make that. It could be any kind of cheese. That is good, and it's good left over. It's good left over. Let me see if this is doable. I don't know why this is good. It just is. You got to try it to believe it. This is a good one if you have kind of cheap hot dogs. This would be good with a can of chili. Or, you know, pork and beans. That would be good with pork and beans. Anything. What I like also is hot dogs. I hope everyone is doing okay. I like hot dogs with a bowl of rice and sugar and milk. But I wanted to give you guys the potato soup recipe. So read the comments. If you like the video, I would like a like. If you have a comment for a cheat meal, and start a page in your notebook. Cheap meals. I have a page in my notebook. And so if you start keeping track of your meals, pretty soon you're going to have a meal plan. But I have another one that is, you know, cheap meals. And this definitely qualifies. And so if you have a comment of a very cheap meal I was going to make egg drop soup, but I'll make that pretty soon. If you have a really cheap meal, top ramen with Vienna sausage is good too. Vienna sausage with scrambled egg. You know, if you fry your Vienna sausages and you make scrambled eggs, that's a very cheap meal. So be finding some cheap meals, and if you eat them 1 or 2 times a week, it's not going to kill you. And then if you are not subscribed, I would like to invite you to subscribe. And read the comments, and God bless you all.